This sketch comedy show is one of the longest-running network television programs in the United States. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're taking a look at the history of Saturday Night Live.
Is that the way the game's played? You can't start the show without saying that? You can't just say, here's a funny show, enjoy. You can't do that? Okay, fine. Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Developed by Lorne Michaels and Dick Ebersol, Saturday Night Live is a late-night comedy and variety program that aired its first episode on October 11th, 1975 on NBC.
Repeat after me. I would like
to
feed your fingertips
to feed your fingertips
to the Wolverines.
to the Wolverines.
Following its premiere, the show's immediate success turned its cast members into bona fide stars. Known as the not ready for primetime players, the initial lineup consisted of actors such as John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd,
Fred Garvin, male prostitute.
and Chevy Chase.
It's my girlfriend's birthday. Hi, Jackie. Happy 17th.
Saturday Night Live was conceived as a variety program to showcase edgy, often politicized humor. The first season highlighted young comedians acting with a different guest host each week, as well as musical performances, and included the program's longest-running sketch, Weekend Update.
Let's take a brief look back at 1975, shall we?
During the second season, Bill Murray was hired to replace Chevy Chase. Throughout the next few years, Saturday Night Live became popular among a younger television audience for its memorable characters and catchphrases, as seen in skits such as the Blues Brothers, the Coneheads, and the Nerds.
Oh, Bob, I don't like Todd in that way.
Season 5 was fraught with tension and personal problems behind the scenes. This led to the departure of Lorne Michaels and many of the cast and crew, including writer and featured player Al Franken.
I mean, let's be reasonable. Here I am, Al Franken, one of NBC's few bright spots, and I'm forced to compete for taxis with you ordinary people out on the street.
The next season was a commercial disappointment, though it did introduce the comedic talents of Eddie Murphy. Dick Ebersol then took over the reins for the next several years, with a mostly new cast and more straightforward sketches. Nevertheless, neither Ebersol nor any of the newly added actors returned to the show when Lorne Michaels came back later that year for its 11th season. Michaels hired both well-known and little-known actors such as Randy Quaid, Robert Downey Jr., Dennis Miller, and Jon Lovitz, though this cast did not do as well as was hoped. A new crop of actors was hired in the late 1980s, and as a result, the ratings for Saturday Night Live shot up.
Well, isn't that special?
There were also quite a few popular recurring sketches during this time, like Pumping Up with Hans and Franz and Wayne's World. Another transition soon came along. New players who found fame included David Spade, Chris Farley, and Adam Sandler. These actors became known for their characters, such as Matt Foley, motivational speaker.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably gonna find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat!
And Opperman, respectively. The following years saw a huge turnover as many cast members left and new ones were hired. In the late 90s, actors such as Sherry O'Terry, Daryl Hammond, Chris Kattan, and Will Ferrell made a splash.
Oh my God!
What is it?
Some of their notable sketches were the overzealous Spartan cheerleaders, Celebrity Jeopardy!
I'll take famous titties for 400. Titles. Famous titles.
And the Clubbing Butabi Brothers. At the beginning of the 21st century, they were joined by Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon, who became particularly successful as co-anchors of Weekend Update.
I'll tell you one celebrity you won't see on the big penis list, Mr. Jimmy.
Changes continued in 2005 with the addition of featured players Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig, and Andy Samberg. The latter half of the decade became known especially for the SNL digital shorts, produced by the Lonely Island comedy troupe. It can thus be said that Saturday Night Live has not been afraid to push the boundaries of comic relief. After having launched the careers of many performers, the Emmy Award-winning program is a pop culture staple.
I got a fever.
And the only prescription is more cowbell.